I'm Andrew.
I'm Dennis.
We're the Crafty Lumberjacks.
Today we're going to be showing you how to make a beautiful evergreen planter using a paint pouring technique. Paint pouring is a really fun craft medium that comes in a wide variety of different styles and colors that can really be used on almost any surface.
Yes, and even if you don't think you're a crafter, this is the activity for you because it's really easy to do and the outcome is always really unique.
All right, let the paint pouring games begin! You want to gather and collect all your supplies before you get started, just because it does get a little messy, and you want to make sure that you have everything at the ready.
Yes, and you want to make sure that you protect your surface. So what we have here is a baking tray with a piece of parchment paper and a big paper plate that's going to catch all the paint.
We want to elevate our pot a little bit, so we're actually going to be using a bottle of our paint pour here just to prop up the pot a little bit so it makes it easier to work with.
Yeah, and it's not sitting directly on the paper plate.
We're going for a wintry wonderland vibe for our pot here, just using white, blue, and silver. Sometimes using less is more when paint pouring. You don't want to use too many colors that your colors start to get muddy.
Yes. Now, we really love this blue, but it's a little dark and we want to add some variation. So we're actually going to lighten it by just adding some of the white paint pour and the blue into a cup.
So there are a handful of different techniques that you can do to paint pour. We're actually doing a layering technique in our cup first with our different colors before paint pouring our pot.
Now, a great tip is to add the paint in slowly and tip your cup so it goes in slowly and things don't mix too much before you add it to your pot.
And now you can mix a lot in your cup here, or even kind of make one mixture. And again, it's a forgiving craft medium, so you can always make another batch if you need to, if you don't get full coverage the first time around. I think it looks pretty just in the cup.
It really does.
Should we just give them that? Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, here's a cup.
Don't drink it. All right, now it's time to get our paint pour on, literally.
Good one.
We have a little spinner under our plate just for some movie magic, but you can just adjust your hand as you pour. Andrew, would you like to do the honors?
No, you do the honors, I'll spin.
Me? Okay, you spin.
Yeah.
Rather than pouring it in the center bottom of our pot, we're actually gonna pour it along the sides here, just because we don't need to do it that way.
Yeah, you're not gonna see the bottom of the pot. All right, you ready?
All right, here we go.
I can't help but smile as I watch this.
And now we're aiming for full coverage of the pot here. So we're just gonna keep it going, keep it spinning. Oh, let me get that.
I am in awe. It
mesmerizing.
Is stunning.
Now we also have a little craft stick here, just to kind of clean up the edge. You can use your finger, of course, but we thought a craft stick would help us kind of, because we don't want the drips to kind of dry and just kind of spin and kind of
just like take it on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is something you can do now and then come back to it in a little bit, just to make sure there's no droopy drippage. Is that what we call it?
Yes, that is the official term.
All right.
Now we're gonna set this to dry and work on the base of our pot.
Yes, I actually think this might be the hardest part. Just letting it dry. You know, I always want to like pick things up, so we're gonna let this dry. It says for about 24 hours, but you really want to make sure that it's fully dry before touching it.
All right, it's all dry. We let this dry overnight and it looks incredible.
It really does. Now, a great tip is you can save that extra paint that drips on the bottom and use it for another project.
Why not? I'm obsessed. It's looking so good, but it does look a little unfinished. So we're actually going to take it to the next level and we're going to add a gold detail on the trim here and on the inside of the pot.
And we're also gonna pair it with a saucer as well and paint that gold so it matches perfectly.
Yes. And we're just using some metallic gold paint here. It's regular acrylic paint, very inexpensive, but really looks banging.
I love this one. It has such a sparkle and a shine to it. It really takes it to the next level. I mean, you've already done all this work. Why not just add another detail to it just to elevate it even more? Now, a great tip when painting with acrylic paint is to do lighter coats more often, like 2 light coats, instead of 1 thick gloopy coat. If you do 1 thick coat, you'll see a lot of brush strokes, but if you just do light coats, usually you won't see any brush strokes.
I mean, already it's looking so beautiful, and this is just 1 light coat of this gold really nice metallic paint. Gorgeous. You know what, I'm not even gonna go all the way in. I'm just gonna go a little bit, just so that in case the plant doesn't rise up to the top of the pot here, it won't look so unfinished.
That's a good tip.
And you can even put your name in the bottom of the pot here, or on the inside, or on the outside.
I love that. I feel like we don't do that enough.
Yes, adding the year.
Yes, the year. I feel like I always wish I would remember that, because I'm always like, I'm gonna remember what year this is. Never do.
No.
This looks truly beautiful. The gold really takes it to the next level.
Yes, a unique handmade gift from the heart, but don't just stop there. Add a plant. You can either add a faux evergreen. We have one here from Michael's. They have a wide variety of sizes and styles that look incredible.
Or you can always pair it with a living plant and it'll last all year long.
This is it, the paint poured planter made by us, Crafty Lumberjacks.
Happy holidays!
Bye-bye!